that's it, guys. We got our belt kit on, we got our manifold on, we got the flywheel on, we got actual progress done today, so stay tuned and I will see you next time on Speed Freak Garage. On Power Sports, home of Speed Freak Garage, home of Power Sports on YouTube. Hello and welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of Power Sports on YouTube. So today we are hoping to actually get some progress, which is what we say every time, right? So I gotta mount the flywheel, and in order to do that, I have to turn the engine around on the engine stand, which is a pain in the ass, but that's just kind of what it's come down to. My only concern is that this manifold's gonna be in the way. Obviously, that would not be good if it really is in the way, which is sure as hell what it's looking like. Might be able to get away there and there. So the problem is obviously, well, could we get a torque wrench on there? If we don't have to take it off the engine stand, that would be nice, but I think the chances of that are pretty low. Yeah. Made in China. Nice. Real nice. And I purposely got the heavy, like the OEM style flywheel because I want the engine to have some momentum. I don't want the engine dying on me if I misstep with my footwork. If that makes sense to you guys. If not, don't worry about it. So, I think I put the knife away too soon. Okay. Gotta make sure we don't lose these little dowel pins. Yeah, I put the knife away too soon. Real smart. Okay. Come on. Damn, this fucker's huge. Okay. So, the question, whether or not I can even mount. I got space for it or not. And apparently there's two different lengths of crank, so hopefully this is the right length, right? Because again, that's just extra work if it's not. So nope. Damn. No, it's not even gonna come close. Not even close. Which is not good, because I don't know how I'm gonna put the engine back on the stand if there's no room. That doesn't make sense. Those stands are supposed to be capable of... Shit. You just finish working on the engine hanging from the hoist. Not that... I don't even think that would be possible. So I think... Well, I can't mount the crank pulley without the flywheel on and locked. Oh man, that's gonna suck. Okay, so anyway, I need to get the bolts for hoisting that hooker up. So, guess if we do it like that, are we gonna fuck up our manifold? Don't remember how I did it the first time. Might be pissed if I have to take the damn manifold back off. Where is the correct socket for this? 15. Okay, come on. Okay. It's too bad you can't just torque everything down while it's swinging from the hoist. I don't even think. Might be able to do the 75 foot-pounds or whatever for the flywheel, but I highly doubt you'd get anywhere with the, you would get anywhere with the crank pulley. Come on over this way. This is gonna be I think a little risky. I'll have to be really careful. Make sure we're not. I don't like just the sheer fact that I'm hanging it from the heads. I don't like that at all, but I don't really have much of a choice right now. I mean, other people do it all the time, so it can't be that bad. Now see, the issue is this going to fuck up the manifold? I think it'll clear it. Carefully. We're gonna be very careful with this. I don't like. Seems like it's a little off level. Whoops. Think it'll be okay. So we got to get this engine off, get the flywheel on, and then somehow get the engine back on the stand, which I don't know. The stand might not have clearance. Of course, it's a different size, right? Ew. This one's. Ow! Son of a bitch, motherfucker. Thought I'd finally gotten all the oil off of these sockets. Jacket's killing me. Alright, probably should get some pressure on the engine there. Okay. Okay, that might explain it. Why it's still got oil on it if it's the wrong size. That one wasn't even tight, or even in there to begin with, it looks like. Holy shit. Oh. Damn, those were barely in there. That's not good. Okay, here we go. Okay, the engine is now free, so we need to really carefully try and get our flywheel attached. If we can get it torqued, great. Probably won't be able to. Okay, the jacket's driving me absolutely nuts. Okay, sorry. Okay. So, get our bolts. And I got assembly lube, which is good since they're stretch bolts. Of course, they vacuum pack them so fucking tight you can't even. Okay. All right. Come on. The only problem is this pattern here. I don't know if I have the right socket for that. I'm gonna have to check. Yeah, they're all sticky. So. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pop a hole in the lube pouch. Get some lube out. You just need a little bit. I mean, you don't want to overdo it. I mean, yeah, they're, you know, they stretch and they kind of lock themselves in from stretching, and the lube basically helps them achieve a higher torque value by reducing friction and increasing the overall stretch of the bolt. But again, you don't want to overdo it. So, okay. Now, getting this on without it falling on my foot or something is gonna be fun. So, and I don't think it has any kind of keyway or anything. It's just got the oh yeah. Yeah, having that engine swinging is not good. Okay, right there like that. And we're gonna okay, I'm just gonna do it by hand because you don't want to you don't want to get this thing on like crooked or anything. So don't want to be under the engine at any point in time either, because you never know when it could fall. Okay. Now I need to figure out what the hell type of socket I'm supposed to fucking use. So, that is not right. Son of a bitch. I would guess that you're not supposed to just use any kind of socket, which is frustrating. The 14 fits, but am I supposed to use a 14 or am I supposed to go buy some specialty fucking socket for no fucking reason? So this is actually, there's 3 stages of torque that you're supposed to apply to this. So let me double check on my phone real quick. So the torque spec is do a pass at 15, do a pass at 37, and then 74. Now, again, I don't know if this is even the right fucking socket, so I'm gonna be super careful and see what's going on. I'm infuriated that they would have this special bolt head. Just doesn't make sense to me. So we're gonna go 15. And again, having a swinging engine isn't exactly the right way to do it. Okay, now we're gonna install our flywheel lock. And it just goes where the starter goes, so you know it's strong, hopefully. And I don't even know if this will be strong enough for the 250 foot-pounds on the crank pulley. I mean, that's a lot of torque. Or as I said earlier, how the hell it's even gonna clear the stand. Need to find the right size for those. It's not the right size. Of course not. Probably a 13. Yeah, it's a 13. Make sure it's completely locked in there all the way. Sure as hell doesn't look like it. Damn it. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's not going anywhere now. So now the flywheel's locked. And I've already forgotten the torque spec. Okay, so the next round is 37 foot-pounds. So gotta go up to 35, 36, 37. And I don't know if this is going to work without mounting the engine on the stand, so we'll see. Nope, 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 not going to work. Goddamn motherfuckers. Oh no. Where the fuck am I supposed to get a socket for this stupid fucking shit? Yeah, let's just use a specialty bolt. Fucking stupid. Fucking. God damn it. Fuck. I gotta go to the store and hope they fucking have the specialty socket. Unbelievable. Okay, so this is a specialty. It's called a spline head bolt. The local AutoZone didn't have any of those that weren't like a universal socket, which isn't strong enough. So they found a 1/2-inch 12-point socket that fits dead on. So our only chance is this socket. They actually let me borrow it because they didn't have any for sale. They just had this in their little toolkit. So and the guys at the local AutoZone are awesome. I mean, they're always helpful. So hopefully I don't fuck up their socket. And if I fuck up this bolt, then I'm just gonna get OEM flywheel bolts, because ARP can fucking suck my dick for using specialty spline heads that you don't even need. I mean, a 6-point socket head works perfectly fine, you know, so I'm not sure why ARP has a hair up their butt for these stupid ass spline head bolts, but they do. So we're gonna take this one to 15 foot-pounds. Okay. No, wait, that was 37 foot-pounds. Shit. Well, hey, at least it works. So, next one. 37 foot-pounds. Next one. And I'll tell you right now, this is very dangerous having this engine swinging around. Okay. All right, so that 37 foot-pounds all the way around. So now we have to ramp it all the way up, which is basically the limit of this thing is 74 foot-pounds. And what this will do is it's supposed to stretch these bolts, and that they become like a spring and they lock in place and they're not supposed to move. Because if they move, it's catastrophic. You know, like really anything else that's spinning, you know, 7,200 RPM red line. So now if I can even get enough leverage on it without the whole engine coming off the hoist is another story. Make sure the GoPro is recording before I do something stupid like this. Whew. Man, that bolt didn't move much. That one's moving, not in the way I want it to. Yeah, see, the whole engine's trying to spin. That's not good. Just hold the engine in place here. Whew, okay. Okay, that, and then we'll do that one. Okay. And then this one. And then this one. And this one. Okay. We're gonna go one more time to make sure that they are set, because that's the last thing you want is one of the bolts to come loose because the other one's seated. Like the guy online said, any more than 2 clicks is a bad idea, so this will be their second click. Now honestly, to me, it doesn't really seem like the bolts turned that much. Like, I don't know. God, I'm gonna be pissed if one of those backs out. So we can back this wrench all the way back down. I don't know why that's just sitting out. Okay, this socket's got to go back to AutoZone tomorrow. I don't want to go back out tonight. The weather's getting really bad. So, okay, so now we can try and get this back on the stand somehow. And since the flywheel's locked in place, we can put the front drive system together, which I finally got all the components I need. So now I have three crank pulleys, I have 2 different bracket kits, 2 water pumps, like 3 different idler pulleys. I mean, fuck, there is so much shit going on to get all this together. And luckily a lot of the stuff I can use when I rebuild other LS, because this isn't gonna be my only LS. I mean, I might 2J the FRS, but I'm definitely gonna do a new motor on the Yukon on our tow vehicle, so. And this engine sagged a little bit, that's kind of scary. So, first thing we want to do is get it up to the proper height to put on our, yeah, see, there's just like, there's no room. That's scary. Okay, so we want to get that one in first. So, I dropped some of these washers, but uh-oh. Shit, I hope I didn't chew that up too bad. Looks like I chewed it up. Fuck. Well, it goes in if you go in straight. Just gotta get it in straight somehow. Fuck. I'm gonna do 2 spacers this time. I think that'll work a little better. Just gotta get her in straight somehow. There we go. You know, I probably could have got the flywheel on. I'm not really seeing what was causing me problems. Okay, don't want to overdo that. So, yeah, I think all these bolts are just going to go right back where they were, is what it looks like to me. Minus maybe space them out a little bit so they don't get too close to the flywheel and mar the flywheel or whatever. Okay, come on. Because we're going to need all the, I'm going to leave the crane hooked up because we're going to need all the support we can get to get the 250 foot-pounds on the, to seat the crank pulley. Because that's, I mean, that's a dangerous amount of torque. That's like break your face open torque. Yes, I said break your face open. Where did those fucking washers go? Damn. I don't really need it on this one. This one goes all the way through, but I do need it on this one up here. Okay, so this one here just needs need some more washers. I got one. It might be enough. Spacer here. Don't know where the other, I know I dropped some, so. I'm so happy the guys at AutoZone are so friendly, like, and they know me pretty well. Like, I'm not always the friendliest person, as you guys know. So I did have a small dispute with them one time where they, something was supposed to be ordered and it wasn't ordered, and I lost my cool a little bit, but, you know, they're really nice guys. Okay, that one I don't want to do too much because it's right on the edge of that. It's right on the edge of that thing, so yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, no matter what I do, that's gonna... Maybe that one didn't have a spacer because of that. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably right. Come on. Fuck. Not so sure about that. Okay. So ARP can suck my dick for making me go through that god-awful fucking shit. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna leave the crane attached for safety reasons, because this next part is going to be... Oh, all the parts are inside, of course. So this actually, I need. This stuff, maybe. This I don't. This is now obsolete because there's a different one. I don't know, they could be the exact same. I'm gonna be pissed if they are, but I don't think they are. I think this one's like 3/4 inch out. Like this one is an underdrive, and definitely don't want that when you're trying to power, you know, you're using all 100 amps off the alternator when you're blasting down the roads at night with your giant light bars. So, all right, I gotta go inside and get the rest of the components to finish up this drive kit down here with the alternator and everything, so I'll be right back. Okay, so it took me a little longer than I expected to get all the Amazon boxes torn open, because you know, Amazon, if something goes wrong, they have a replacement out the same day, whereas Jegs or Summit will argue with you for a couple hours first. So if I can find the exact same thing on Amazon, I hate it because I hate Amazon's policies about destroying small businesses, but at the same time, you know, when you have a deadline to meet, then you have a deadline to meet. The only problem is I think they sent me the wrong kit. I specifically ordered the one that's supposed to go around and up and down, and this belt, unless I'm just retarded, this belt does not look like it's long enough. And of course they couldn't be bothered to provide the mounting hardware for the pulley. That would be too nice, but we'll see here. Like, there was like a full kit, but it was backward. That belt, that might actually be long enough. It was just that crunched up in there. And this does look like a different pulley too, so. Okay, so what we gotta do is get our alternator mounted. So we got this M10 by 100s, which are here. So doesn't look like it included the bolts for this tensioner, but I might have some universal bolts that'll do the trick, I hope. So put that down, and that, and this, and that. Get the bolts out. Assuming it doesn't have any foot-pounds ratings, unfortunately. But anyway, so So the big spacer goes behind the bracket, which is held on by a big bolt. It's supposed to, yeah, okay, so the aluminum block has this, man, that's not very, it's not very much thread. 3 18-inch, 3/8, make sure this fucking spacer's right. Fuck. Starting to get annoyed with that wrong part shit. Huh? Interesting, the bolts just barely got any threads. That's, kind of not right, but I mean, if it's just an alternator, but still, that's, make sure to never hold the engine up with this alternator bracket. Okay. And I want to put that, maybe a, seems like a, almost seems like some of this stuff's not metric, which is very confusing. Okay, got it on safe setting. And then it says to mount the alternator like this, using these bolts and the other 2 spacers. So alternator will go like that with the spacers. So don't want to drop the alternator. One bolt. Man, there's just barely any threads left for the bolt to hold on to. And luckily with this kit, where'd the socket go? If the alternator, the 105 amp alternator is not powerful enough, then you can actually use, I think it's a 140 amp alternator. Why is that not? That's a little concerning, that might be. Don't want to accidentally cross-thread that bolt. There we go. Okay, it was cross-threaded. That would have been extremely bad if I had tried to crank down on that anymore. Okay. I wish they would have provided torque specs. I guess they assume you're just going to use an impact and say fuck it, which a lot of people do, which is what I'm going to do. Okay. See, if I had read the instruction sheet that they gave me with the swap kit closer, this is what I would have bought the first time around. I wasn't really paying attention like I should have been. Okay, and then we're gonna double check 18 foot-pounds, which I'm pretty sure that little Ooga Dooga is way more than 18 foot-pounds, but 15, 16, 17, 18. But that's a typical torque spec on this engine. Uh-oh. It wasn't, wow. I'm glad I checked it. Have an alternator go flying off down the road without me. Okay, right, set this back down. Okay, now the pulley, you're supposed to use this one. So it says a ribbed pulley. You want the step spacer. Uh-oh. Okay, and then the washer, and then you don't want to tighten the pulley down too much because then it might kind of crush it and it might not spin very freely, and that'll put load and strain on your engine that you don't want. I still think 18 foot-pounds is a smart torque, so. Yeah, it's good, and it's lined up. You want to make sure it's lined up. You know, you don't want to throw a belt and then chew up your brand new wiring harness. Wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. 15, 16, 17, 18. That would have been dumb. Okay. Still spins freely. Leave that on 18 foot-pounds, I guess. Okay, now the problem, the next step is the water pump. So I have universal water pump bolts. I need to look up the torque spec on those. Problem is I don't think those bolts came with what I need for. Come on. Okay, so the surface back here needs to be cleaned up because it's all nasty. I'm not sure why. So get these two gaskets here, which are critical. Of course, they're stuck together. Okay, these are critical. And then this is for the thermostat, which I'll just move from the other water pump, which has the thermostat housing. This one did not come with it. Don't know why. Two-piece is seen, and this requires the use of a fiber gasket or a one-piece. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's wonderful. There's two different types. That's fucking typical crap. Tighten bolts in a crossing pattern. Tighten to vehicle manufacturer torque rate. Fuck you. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up real quick. Okay, so the first pass is 11 foot-pounds. The second pass is 22 foot-pounds. Excuse me, now I just need to clean that shit off of it. And I got in all the components I need to finish the wiring harness. I got in a nice soldering station and 120 feet of electrical tape just to make sure I don't ever run out. So, what the hell is this stuff? It's pulling the... Keep that shit out of my water pump. It's like pulling the towel off with it. Okay, and same here. I've already cleaned this, and it's not exactly the cleanest of the clean from Jackass Engine Rebuilder, who half-assed his job, but whatever. I'm sniffling again, I apologize. Okay, so it should be pretty straightforward. I think the hard part is just getting the gaskets to stay while you're putting the water pump on. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Got our LS water pump bolts. It claims it's for all LS water pumps. Whether or not that's true, we're about to find out, so. Not really sure how I'm gonna do this because 11 foot-pounds first pass, 22 foot-pounds second pass. And let's see, I need to make sure I have the right socket and set this all the way down to 11, which is pretty much as low as it'll go anyway. 10's the minimum, but anyway. Okay, 11 foot-pounds. And, wow, it's a small-ass socket. It's probably a 10. It's a 10. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're gonna try not to drop our gasket. Okay. I don't know why I'm holding the wrench. All right. Yeah, threads don't want to start. Come on. And this lines up, which is good. It's at the farther end of it, but that's what we want because it gives us clearance to the radiator. Come on. Why is this fighting me? It's really annoying. Quit fighting. I'm gonna need an extension. Which sucks because using an extension with a torque wrench messes with your torque reading. Obviously it can't increase it, it lowers it, which isn't a good thing, but we'll make do. Okay. Ah, the pulley's in the way. I'm an idiot. I feel so dumb. That pulley's right in the way. I might still be able to get a torque wrench on that from the inside, but if not, I gotta take the pulley and the bracket back off. Makes me feel intelligent. Okay. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna need a smaller 10 here. All right. So we're gonna try without the extension, but I don't know if that's gonna work. So we're gonna do the 11 foot-pounds starting with the outside bolts. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to cross over to the top bolt. Man, I don't like how the engine's like. Oh, the stand is just... Okay, then we're going to cross over to this bottom bolt. Which I can't get to. I am such an intelligent person. Great. Really intelligent, because I went for a 13 and picked a 12. Me, smart human. Okay. Anyway, crossing over to the bottom bolt. Okay. Then we're crossing to this bottom bolt. Okay, and then finally to this one. Okay, that cleared just barely. Okay, and then going up to 22 foot-pounds. So 20, 21, 22. And so we're gonna start back over here. Man, that's a tight spec. Okay. Then we're gonna go here. Last thing you want is a water leak. Okay, then we're gonna cross over to the top one here. Okay, and then over to the bottom. Okay, and then to this bottom. And then to the top. Okay, and then we're going to do a check pass. So we're going to check each one in sequence. Okay. So then we need to, so I don't have bolts for this, which is frustrating. However, I think it'll be pretty easy to find some that fit. So, hopefully anyway, this assortment has long enough bolts. I was hoping I wouldn't have to use it so quickly, but I think they're 8s. Not even close. Shit, I might be shit out of luck. Fuck, I hate that. It makes me mad. Oh, fuck. You know what's even more frustrating is I think that the bolts holding the engine on are potentially the right size. They might be too small. That bolt's probably way too big. You've got to be kidding me. Every fucking time there's something fucking missing. This makes me mad. Unbelievable. Okay, so this is gonna have to wait. We can at least do the water pump housing, which means this one's gotta come apart. Where's the... Looks like it's smaller than a 10 though. No, it is a 10. Okay. Okay. Let's see, should I use the OEM ones instead of these dinky little, yeah. Let's use the OEM ones. Okay, so the problem is this thermostat is most likely not what we want. Also, there wasn't a gasket on this. Let's see. Where's the new thermostat? So... pull that thermostat out. 86C. Yeah, that's not what we want. We want this cooler thermostat. So this one is a oh, it says 86C. Son of a bitch. Whatever. They included this one for a reason. The fuck, it's a completely different fucking size. Oh, that's so confusing. What is wrong with... Look at that, it's the wrong fucking size. Is it even the right thermostat? Fuck! Well, at least they're the same temperature. The hell is that for? Is that like a bypass? Oh, that makes me mad. Okay. So... It says it requires a fiber gasket. Why that other one didn't have a fiber gasket, I have no idea. It's a little confusing, honestly. You know, I didn't even stop to look at which direction. I'm assuming this is the right direction towards the radiator, but I could be wrong and have to change it. Oh no, don't tell me they're completely different sized housings. What the fuck? Completely different. Son of a bitch! Okay, so now I need to order a thermostat housing for a Camaro. God fucking damn it! Every fucking time something's missing. How hard is it to sell a goddamn water pump with the fucking thermostat housing intact? God, fuckers. It's good enough. Okay. So I probably will need to use this thermostat then. It does look like it's got like these holes here look like they allow water through all the time, which is interesting. So I wonder if that has something to do with the way the special radiator works. So might not be best in winter. Okay, so we can't even install the freaking thermostat housing because it's a completely different fucking bolt pitch. Because that makes sense. Okay, I need to put that on my to-do list then. Camaro thermostat housing. Okay, so we can at least put our pulley back on. But we're gonna need bolts for that, which I believe would want to double check. I think they're M10s. M10 125 and the 40s are, I wonder what time it is. It's probably too late now to go get them because I really wanted to get this done. They're not M10 by 1.25? Great. Some specialty size. Of course it is. Assuming it's not an 8 by 1.25. Nope. So, man, I don't even know how I would. It almost looks like a 2.0. So it's not a 1.25. So it could be an M10 by 1.5. It could be an M10 by 1.75. Fuck. It's great. It's really great. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just say fuck it, and I'm gonna go to the hardware store and start getting this figured out. At least the belt's right. So obviously we need to get the crank pulley on, but I don't want to do that until the tensioner's on. So, but this is gonna go up to the tensioner, and this looks like it's the right belt size. I hope so. So we'll have a nice tensioned belt, and then I need the thermostat housing before, because I don't want to fuck with this when it's already in the car. Obviously you don't, you know, you want to do it smart. So this I'm gonna keep. This, I think it said less than 5 Newton meters to trap the sensor, the map sensor, with one of these bolts. I need this because I wanted to put the fuel rail on tonight, but it looks like I'm gonna run out of time. I'm gonna take this inside with me. Okay, I'm gonna take this with me. I need a bolt for that. I don't know if it's a 1.5 or a 1.75 or 2, so I'm probably gonna have to get a bunch of expensive bolts, which is great. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, so I went to the local hardware store, and they only had the coarsest thread they had was 1.5. So I went ahead and got that, and I'm hoping, I would assume that that's what I need. Their metric selection's pretty awful, but I mean, it's not that awful that they would not have a size that's used on equipment like this. So obviously they're mostly interested in farm equipment, which is unfortunately is all standard bolts. So they have the world's most awesome standard bolt selection, but the rest of the world obviously doesn't give a shit about that. So wish farm equipment would just switch to metric already and make everybody's lives easier. Of course, I guess the farmers who would then have all those spare bolts and shit obsolete would not be happy about it, but I mean, metric's the right way to go. It makes so much more sense. So I'm not going to use the impact. I'm just going to go straight to the torque wrench of 22 foot-pounds. And I'm probably going to go back and retorque. Well, no, because those didn't have... Yeah, I probably should retorque those. Whoops. So we're going to get the wrench on there. Of course, it wants to slip. Okay. And this one. Okay. One more click. Okay, then we're going to go back and do the other ones to 22 foot-pounds. Well, not the pulley, but... let's try it. Oh, wow, I didn't even tighten that down yet. I am an idiot. That would have been extremely dumb. Okay, 22 foot-pounds, 22 foot-pounds. Okay, so, okay, sorry about that. The GoPro battery died, but it was probably a good thing since I had forgot my installation tool. So it is not smart to use a hammer when you install the crank pulley. And I know there'll be people who probably try to argue that, but I'm being honest with you here. It's not smart. So okay. So we got, this is the newest one that was specifically recommended by this kit. So if it's not right, I'm gonna fucking lose it, because it's the third fucking one I've ordered. So it looks identical. God damn it, is it identical to the one I already bought? I'm gonna be pissed. It looks identical. Motherfucker. Oh no, it's not. Okay, good. I feel better now. It's different. So, you want to do is you want to clean up all this shit that's on it, because it's a stretch fit, which is fucking stupid. It should be pinned or keyed, and I might end up paying for this later for not doing my own little pinning procedure because of the RPMs I'm going to be reaching. But I'm not running a power steering pump or AC, so it's not going to stress it as hard as a normal car. But I don't like how it has an X on it either. X usually means bad. So this tool essentially just seats it, since you're not supposed to use the crank pulley bolt to do that, because the crank pulley bolt's not long enough. So we're just gonna carefully get it seated, make sure it's, ah shit, I forgot to make sure that sealing surface was clean for the oil seal. If anything, you probably want to put a little oil on it, which is what I'm gonna do to try and avoid it tearing the seal or anything. So, I'd rather have just a little tiny bit, you know what I mean. Okay, so Okay, so don't want that sealing surface to get scratched or anything, so we're just gonna rub some oil on her. Obviously don't rub oil on the inside, that would be extremely dumb. If anything, I should have cleaned it with alcohol, but it's too late now. I'm not gonna try and take it off because you can damage it. You're not supposed to take it off. Once you put this on, it's a one-time use pulley, the one-time use bolt. Never reuse the bolt, never reuse the pulley. So, all right, here we go. You can tell my engine stand's like floating. You can tell my engine stand's not really enjoying this. What I really need is I need my big bar here. Just sucks I don't have a 24 socket that's the right size. It might end up breaking the socket trying to get to 250 foot-pounds. Well, shit, no. And if it does, then I obviously have to go get a socket. So, I mean, that break-in oil smells bad. So I got this bolt, and then I got an OEM crank pulley bolt that I'm gonna use, because this one I think I'll just use to get it installed. Or I could just use this install tool and then not waste a bolt. I don't like how this thing's moving around on me. Okay. Hold it there. Okay. So that's nowhere near enough. So where's my... This thing supposedly can go to 250 foot-pounds. Supposedly. That's its maximum, God. So, yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. 250. Some people say anywhere from 200 to 250, but what I read was that 250 is the correct specification. I'm just worried that this isn't gonna hold up to that amount of torque. Hopefully that cover is aligned properly. I use the installer tool, so if it's not, I'm gonna be fucking livid. And you can see the pulley starting to line up, so it's getting close to seating. Once it seats, you should be able to tell pretty easily. Wait, am I recording? Shit. Yeah, okay. Man, I get so paranoid about that. Oh, okay, I felt it seat. Okay, so it is now seated, so whether or not I can get it to 250 foot-pounds without fucking busting my face. Okay, make sure the wrench didn't move. It did a little bit. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna just break my face open. I just know it. I don't like that. I think I'm breaking the... Something's not right. Shit, I better back that off. Ah. Yeah. So I need a 24 millimeter half-inch socket. I knew that was gonna happen. That sucks, because now I need another one of these too. Fuck. Okay. I don't think AutoZone's still open. I want to finish this fucker. 24 millimeter half-inch socket. All right, back to AutoZone. All right, so once again, AutoZone has saved the day. I got a new thingy, and I got a half-inch 24 millimeter. So let's fucking finish this shit. Don't break my face. Don't break my face. I'll flip the fucking engine over. Okay. Let's back it off to 200 foot-pounds because it's literally like twisting the engine. That is not... Do not want to knock this engine over and destroy it. Okay, let's try 200. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. So now, unfortunately, I gotta use this wrench to break that nut loose. It's lifting the whole engine. Okay, that's dangerous. Let's do it the smart way. Okay. Whew. Okay, thank God for that installation tool. So now I can use this really high quality ICT bolt instead of sacrificing it for the pulley setting. The only question is, how am I going to get this threaded rod out? Because I'm going to assume it's not going to come out willingly. And I don't want to destroy it by like putting a wrench on it or putting like pliers on it. That's probably what I'm going to have to do. Okay. Don't even know why that's... Okay. This can go back to the 3/8 land. Okay. I'm gonna have to find a way to get that threaded rod out without destroying it. Try this method. Probably still fuck up the threads a little bit, unfortunately. Find out here in a sec. Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna suck. That's not gonna work. Nope. Oh shit. I didn't really think that far ahead. There it goes. Whew. Whew. Oh, come on. It moved. Okay. Now, online they said to use Loctite. That the factory bolt apparently comes with Loctite depending on which model of bolt you order, which is extremely misleading. So we're just gonna Loctite it up to be safe instead of sorry when my engine blows to high hell. Put this with the installation tools. So this torque spec, wait, please tell me I'm recording. Okay, this torque spec's a little different. So it, I'm gonna use the, yes, I am using a lot, but again, I don't want my engine to blow up. Okay, so this torque spec's a little special. Basically, you go 37 foot-pounds. I'm gonna double check that real quick, but you go 37 foot-pounds and then 140 degrees. The 140 degrees is a pain in the dick. Okay, so yeah, 37 foot-pounds, which actually means I need to switch back to the 3/8 drive. So that might supposed to be going. Okay, I'm gonna set this back down to store at lowest setting, so all the way back down to 25. Where did I put, why did I bring the case over? That doesn't make sense. So, all right. So, okay, so I'm gonna do 37 foot-pounds, 25, 30, 35, 6, 7, and it's critical that you don't go over that or you'll mess up the next step. So okay, 37 foot-pounds. Now, the next step, well, I kind of messed up. So we got to go back to the big one with this. Hopefully this bar is strong enough and the engine stand doesn't flip the fuck over, but marker. So we're gonna mark straight up, and it's already pretty much straight up, but we're gonna mark it anyway. Okay, so now 140 degrees. That is a substantial amount of torque. I mean, we're talking, it's not the 200 foot-pounds, I hope, because I'm screwed if it is, but it's a lot. So, we're gonna go 90 degrees first, and I can already feel the bolt resisting. Okay, not even to 90 degrees yet. Okay, so we're at 90 degrees. So then we need to go 45 degrees. And 45 degrees is 135, so we're not even close. Okay, so that is about 135. You're supposed to go 140, so we're gonna go so we are now, I need to use the little angle measurement thing on my phone, but well, the engine's kind of tilted. I would say a little more. So we went 90. Man, that's hard to tell. I'm gonna have to. Okay, so I got this cool thing called Smart Tools. So if I hold, unfortunately it doesn't always focus the camera, but in this case not at all. Come on, focus the fucking camera. In this case, we are looking at being a dick. We are looking at 25 degrees from 180, which would be 170, no, 8, 7, 6, 5, 155. It's, come on. Okay, so that's, if that's, where's the plumb? If that's level, and then we go and we match 30, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 150. It looks like we did about 150 degrees. So that's good. It's a little much, but that means our crank pulley is hopefully not gonna go anywhere. So the next step is to get the belt on, because that's like a big milestone I want to do tonight. So put the belt down and under here, and then you have to get, basically have to get that loosened. So we don't want to use our, we're going to set our torque wrench back down to 0. So we want to, yeah, I got a big mess I need to clean up, but it looks like a 13 maybe? No? No? 15. So what you do is you take the belt like this, okay? And then when you go and tighten this, it pulls it down so you can get the belt up. And then you've got, wow, that is really close to the edge of that dome. That's kind of scary. But now you've got, finally, you've got a belt kit. Now, one thing I guess I need to do before I forget and end up destroying my, well, I wouldn't forget because of the starter, but I need to do it. So I need to get this lock out of here so I can not put this in my installation tools. Okay, so now what we can do is we can actually rotate it and make sure the belt seated properly. So you don't want to rotate the engine too much without oil flow and everything, but that's perfect. Perfect. I am so happy now. Finally made progress that I can be proud of. All this shit I'll have to clean up some other time because I'm late for dinner, and the girlfriend obviously not supposed to be late for dinner. It's rude, really. So I was going to do the fuel rails tonight. I'll just have to either come back after dinner. Not a good idea. She'll be pissed. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more pressure on our hoist. Kind of lift that engine up off that shitty engine stand. Okay, so that's it, guys. We got our belt kit on. We got our manifold on. We got the flywheel on. We got actual progress done today, so stay tuned, and I will see you next time on Speed Freak Garage. Or, sorry, on Power Sports, home of Speed Freak. No. Speed Freak Garage, home of Power Sports on YouTube. Good night, guys.